Hello, all, or both, or you. This is my story about a marten, but first it was conjured to my mind by this lovely little piece in The Guardian about a birder who spent 60 years, or 6 decades anyway, waiting to see a violet-capped hummingbird. And he was in Panama, and he saw it. He was more or less face to face with it. Imagine that. Imagine the poetry of that experience. Well, I was hiking in Bafta, Navarra, where I lived in northern Spain. I was hiking with a well-known hiker, a man who wrote the Cicerone guidebook to the Pyrenees routes. Paul was his name, rest in peace. And we were having a break. I think we were having a bite on a log. And a beautiful animal that I had never seen before appeared. It was sort of in the family of, shall we say, squirrels, but it was larger and more handsome. It had a flatter, larger head, and it was café con leche colored with a chocolate brown coat. The markings were delightful. And instead of doing what I should have done, which is nudge my partner, I said, "Look." And Paul looked up, and at the moment that he looked up, half a second after it, startled by me, the marten ran off. And Paul, who was a pious man and a gracious person, was frustrated enough to say to me, "That's the second time in my life," and he was in his 60s, "It was the second time in my life that I've ever seen a marten," which clearly indicated that, had I not said anything, he would have had a chance to observe it. It was the first time I had ever seen a marten. And to see something that you've never seen before and to remember it is to have a jewel on a charm bracelet, isn't it? So if any of you have the chance to see a marten, keep it down and don't be like the man in the Samuel Johnson story who's with his friends hunting for rabbits and is told to be quiet if he sees one and calls out, "Ecce multi cunicoli." And when the rabbits all scatter and his friends chastise him, he says, "How was I to know that rabbits would understand Latin?"